Hi, I'm Linda Mortimer. It's a beautiful, balmy sort of day in Syracuse, New York, where we are at my restaurant called Sparky Town. I am now a resident of Syracuse, although I was born in Brooklyn. From very early on, had girlfriends that I kissed on and loved up and had crushes on, but I didn't know what it was, that feeling, that emotion that I had towards other women, other girls. So I kind of repressed it a little bit, dated boys, almost married one. When I got to college, I played on several sports teams, and there were several women on my team who were lesbians, but I still didn't know what it was. It was scaring the shit out of me, even though I was attracted to it, didn't know what it was until I graduated from college and got my first professional job, where I met a young woman who we wound up sleeping together. And she laid with me in bed and said, "You're a lesbian." I was like, "No, I don't want to be, no, not that." She says, "No, you really are, you're a lesbian." And so I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, I guess I am. When I got to graduate school, I wound up going to this one bar, which is no longer, but it was called Bonnie and Clyde's. It was in Greenwich Village. And I walked in the door, and I walked in to all these women who turned around and looked at me, and I was like, "Oh my God." And somebody said my name, "Linda Mortimer, what the heck?" I'm like, who knows me here? Who knows me here? I'm a little scared. And I looked up and I see this familiar face. I'm like, oh my God, sister? It was one of my nuns from grade school who recognized me. And I said, "Sister Mary, what the heck are you doing here?" And she said, "Well, I'm not sister anymore. I left the convent. I met a woman. We've become lovers." She introduced me to her and welcomed me. And she said, "I had a feeling that you were." She said, and we talked to each other about, the coming out and how hard it was for her to come out of a convent, and then, my coming out into this bar. We kept in touch. I saw her on a few occasions. I saw her at the annual Pride March, which was then a march, not a parade. And they used to march from Central Park down into the village, rather than out of the village and up to Central Park. And so I saw her from time to time, and I knew that she was involved in the book. She was one of the people who were one of the authors of the book called Breaking Silence, which is a book about nuns who've left the order and became lesbians. And so her story is in there. You have to figure out which one.